Camelot 331 here, and we have to talk about something real serious, and it really hits home to me, and I'm sure it hits home to a lot of you guys working in the hell that's retail out there. The hell that's retail. Retail's, not only is it soul-sucking, and it makes you want to, find the nearest cliff and take it face down first. I know all too well about that. Not only does retail do that, not only do you have to deal with crazy customers, not only do you have to deal with the Karen that has the receipt from 2 years ago and it's a Home Depot receipt and you work at Lowe's and you can't return it, so she slaps you and your mama. She drives to your house and slaps your mama. I don't even know how she got your address, but they do that. Retail's insane. But we got to talk about something else very important today, guys. There is more retail associates killed in the line of action than there are police officers in this country. In my country of redneck USA. I'm talking about the whole U.S. That didn't make sense with the redneck thing. More retail associates die than police officers. That's an alarming thing to hear. And the reason that happens is because people think they can go in these stores and attack these associates and even rob them at gunpoint. In 2008, I was robbed at gunpoint. Somebody put a gun up against my damn face. My damn face. Not just my normal face, my damn face. And this weird calming mood went over me. It's a really weird thing. I'm not going to get into that. And it was not a fun time. And that happens way more than you probably realize. So some people sent me some really crazy, earth-shattering stories that happened to them and how it affected them. We're going to go through all of them. So if you see your story, thumbs up the video. If you don't see your story, thumbs up the video. If you like my face, thumbs up the damn video. If you don't like it... So first message, check this one out right here, guys. So it says, it was last month and I was working midnight shift at a gas station that also has a deli that's 24/7. There was a CCTV light dead zone in our parking lot, and I saw a car pull in and park there. Oh my God. He was sitting there for at least 15 minutes, but when the store was clear, he started to get out, and I saw he had a head cover. That's when you know. That's when you know. Because I remember the guys running up to the door when it happened to me. Full head covering. I was like, well, what's about to happen? Your heart racing. I yelled at our deli girl, who was 100 pounds, soaking wet and barely 18, to get into the back room and lock the door. She asked why, and I said, well, we about to get robbed, baby. So she ran fast. He came in with a gun out. I said, no reason to have that out, which I wish I would have thought of that to say, but when it happened to me, I was just quiet. He said, I'll give you what you want. He shrugged and holstered his gun. I opened the drawer. He took a few cartons of cigarettes and lottery tickets. What he doesn't know is I already hit the alarm with my foot. He then leaves and cops come. They had nothing to go on because there was no plate number, no face, etc. I told the cop he took lottery tickets, and it was like Christmas morning for him. They caught him 3 days later, cashing a few of them in at my store, the one he just robbed, and he was a regular. I'm shocked. Same thing happened to me. I had a guy run behind my counter when I was fixing something in the back, and I saw him on camera, and he stole all the games we had on display and ran out the door. And he literally 5 minutes later went to the GameStop across town and tried to sell them for cash there. And I had already called them. And he got arrested on the spot there. Why are they all so stupid? Why sell them on Facebook yard sale? I don't know. I should probably not give you any tips. But that's insane. But these messages get really spicy. That guy got out really easy. It gets worse. Check this one out. So this one says, when I was in high school, I worked at a cell phone retailer. A friend of my dad's gave me the job since he owned the place, and it was really laid back and fun. One day, this guy comes in, no mask or anything, just in a hoodie. He comes up to the counter and pulls out a gun and says, give me all your iPhones. I looked over at my boss. He shrugs and nods. So I put them on the counter, and he scoops them up in one arm. Now, what this guy doesn't know was my boss was in Desert Storm, not to mention Italian, which is apparently important. So he had a ridiculous temper. Pretty scary combination. Well, as soon as the guy turns around to leave with the phones, my boss grabs him by the back of his hoodie, slams him down in the desk, and starts beating his face in with a damn stapler. I feel like there's tons of things you could use that are more efficient than a stapler. But I guess if a stapler is all you have at the time, might as well staple a dude's mouth shut when he's trying to rob you. so he can't talk about all the struggles anymore that he's going through to have to rob you. He was friends with cops, and to my knowledge, nothing ever came of it. Well, that's great. So, just so you know, you can staple people's faces and get away with it. As long as they're robbing you, which I'm fine with that. I'll staple a damn face or two. I'll staple all of the faces, as long as I'm allowed to. But what about the next one? What about the next one? Check this one out right here. This one says, I work at a grocery store. It was 9:55 p.m. and the store was minutes from closing. I was stocking the bread per my manager's request. The store was empty. I don't really know why. I just suddenly started leaving the bread aisle and walking towards the front of the store where the registers are. Looking back, I think I heard my manager say something and I figured there was a customer to ring up. You best believe there was probably a customer to ring up. Suddenly, I see 3 men in hoodies, masks, and one of them has a silver gun. Apparently, 2 of them had guns, but I didn't see the other gun. They see me exit the bread aisle and begin shouting. I think one of them yelled, "Come on, bitch," while pointing the gun at me. There was a ton of nervousness and urgency in their voices. A lot of "come on" and "let's go." I just immediately went emotionally and physically numb, which is so hard to explain when that happens. You literally just go numb. And you kind of weirdly accept what's happening. My only thought was, this is actually happening. I kept my head forward. My manager was being roughly thrown to the ground under the registers where the vault is. One of them rushed me, put his hands on my shoulder, and walked me to the registers where my manager already was. They were shouting at me to open the register, which I could not do without a key. They had a gun on me and were screaming at me to open it. I tried, but for some reason it kept saying I was already signed in on another register, and honestly, I couldn't open anything. Sales associates are useless in a robbery, FYI. And this is one thing that companies don't do a good job of. For some reason, it's an anti-theft measure to only allow an associate to log in on one register at a time. I've seen this at plenty of places. And if you got a gun to your face, it should let you log in. I don't care if you're scared to lose $50 from an employee. I'm sorry, I just don't care. The employee's life is not worth $50 damn. It's worth a lot more. A lot damn more. Kind of priceless, to be honest. I've always hated that weird policy where you can never log into both registers or multiple registers because they don't want you stealing anything. If you got a gun in my face, it better open because I don't want my face open. I kept my hands up but near my face. I never looked at any of them once they walked me to the register. I made no statements the entire time and never engaged any of them. Guns were pointed at me and I just couldn't believe this was happening. The focus of the robbers quickly was diverted to my manager when they realized he held the keys and was the only one who could help them. They were shouting at him, pointing guns, and etc. Suddenly the vault popped open and they took the money, but then one of the robbers was insistent on opening the register after they already hit the vault, which the other 2 people were panicking about. The other 2 were waiting at the door freaking out, saying "let's go," almost begging the third guy. The panicky vibe made me nervous in a way. That is terrifying to me. Absolutely terrifying to me. When they start getting nervous and shaky in their voices as they're robbing you, that's when the bad things can happen. So that's terrible. Once they got the money, and this all took maybe 2 minutes, I became terrified. I had this horrible preparedness to take a bullet to my face at any second. I knew some robbers shoot the cashiers once they get the cash, but just like that, it was over. They ran out as soon as they hit the register and vault. My manager locked the door behind them. A customer, a young woman, had walked in during the robbery and they took her purse. She was in the store with us after it happened. She was crying and very shaken. I just hugged her and didn't know what to say, but I said something like, "We're okay." This is the next morning. I don't want to work today. Not really sure I want to close anymore. Hot diggity damn. Same thing happened to me. I was really quiet, and for some reason when they started panicking, I kind of felt okay. Like I kind of accepted it, which is terrifying. When you look back on it, you're like, wow, I can't believe I accepted it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to explain, but unbelievable. Unbelievable that happened. Just reading it takes me back very vividly, and I don't like doing it. It didn't affect me at the time, but sometimes I think about it, and it just trips me out, man. Trips me out. But that's not all. We have more. But wait, there's more. So this one says, I was a store manager at GameStop, and I was robbed at gunpoint during the day. One of them smacked me in the head with the butt of his gun and then dragged me to the safe. Jeez, at least I didn't get hit in the face with a gun. The DM, which is the district manager, made us reopen the store after the police were finished. Sounds like my old DM. I refused, and my DM told me that if I refused, then he would take my keys from me and fire my ass immediately. Wow, very compassionate. He didn't give a damn that I almost died. Then I found out it had happened a couple times prior to my taking over that location. I was very paranoid after that and quit about 2 weeks later. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. Yeah, you'll notice that they don't give a damn when you get robbed. Maybe the regional director will call you and apologize for it happening, but they don't give a damn. They gonna tell you to get back to work or you're fired because their dollar is worth more than your life. It always has been and it always will be. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Why do you think grocery store people have been working the whole pandemic long, baby? Front lines, baby. Office Max, for some reason, working. GameStop tried to say they were essential. They don't care. Die for me, please. We didn't know all the things we know at the time, so it was a scary time. You know what I'm saying? So, if you've ever had to deal with this, what happened to you? Comment down below. Message me. It's terrifying. It really is. Like, jokes aside, it's something that I hope none of you ever have to go through. And if you have, please share it if you want to. If you don't want to, you ain't got a baby. I'm just a face on a screen with a redneck accent that I'm not happy about. It's fine. I'm getting old, man. I don't care. Should I have been taken by the robbers? Would the world be a better place? It's getting deep in the Famelot today. I'm your host, Camelot. Hot diggity damn. Make sure you guys get the hell on it, doggone it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, please. Tell me your story. I'll read it. Maybe. Probably. Most likely, we'll read it. Make sure you do that. Make sure you subscribe and you like the video. And make sure you do me a big favor. Make sure you get the hell on it, doggone it. Bye. This is an old ID I found. Yeah. Issue date. 2009. Wow. I was a baby. And now I'm not a baby. I'm an old A.